Well, guys, this is a treat. Our next guest is coming off a big win at Submission Undergrad 3. He now joins us to talk about the big win and what's next. Pablo himself, Dillon Danis, welcome back to Submission Radio. Good to have you on the show, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. It's good to be on.
Hey, it's an absolute pleasure. It's always great when you come on. Let's talk about Submission Underground 3, where you took on AJ Agazarm. You won. You beat him in overtime. How do you feel about the performance just days removed?
Yeah, I wasn't happy with my performance because I always look to go get the submission. But at the end of the day, I was happy because I went out there and I weathered his stalling storm and I still got the W. A lot of submission fighters go out there and they look for the submission, they get frustrated and they end up losing it and they end up not being able to win. So I was happy that I went out there and I showed them seasoned grappler and I could go and get that W no matter what. And since I was a kid, my first instructor taught me that if someone's sitting on their butt and it's telling you to come into their guard and you're backing away, that you're a pussy. So that's just how I see it. You know, I'm laying on my back and I'm saying, come here. Like, how are you going to back away from someone that's sitting on their butt? So that's how I feel about that.
We saw there was a nice photo with John Kavanagh. Talk to us a little bit about that. So he made it out down there and he was helping coach you in your corner for the event?
Yeah, John came out. He has the SPG headquarters is out there, so it was really cool for him to come out. All his friends were there. The whole SPG crowd was, all the SPG guys from the gym were there, you know. And, yeah, it's really cool to have him in the corner, and, you know, I respect him a lot. It's just a cool little combo. I like having him with me. He's a good coach and a good friend, and he's really cool to be around. And he's seen so many fighters before they fight and stuff. He just knows how to be around a fighter before a competition. He's just a really cool person to be around.
What is the vibe like with John? You mentioned that he's been, you know, he's obviously been a part of some of the biggest fights in the UFC as of late. What is the vibe like in sort of the dressing room before you go out? What does he say? And I guess what are the benefits of having him there?
He doesn't say too much. You know, he's very, you know, he caters to kind of however the guy is. You know, if I'm quiet, he's quiet. If I have some, like, you know, questions, he helps. But he's been in so many locker rooms that he just knows how to, you know, be around someone before they're about to go to war. So that's a good thing about him. He's seen every kind of type of person and stuff. So like I don't know how to explain it, but he's just really good at being like around me and stuff. So I like having him there. So they're kind of bad to have around before you fight. You know, like there's all different kind of people. You know, the people that talk too much and the people that ask questions. So it's really cool to have someone that understands you.
Yeah, it's a rarity to find someone that meshes so well with you. Let's talk about your post-match speech. I mean, Jon Jones popped out once again. You called him a fucking bitch. What talk to us about? Was that a pre-planned thing, or did you just feel it after the match that it was the right moment, the right vibe to sort of put that one out?
Yeah, I mean, I said it because he called me a douchebag. You know, that's just how I felt. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who it is. They're all going to get it. I said that at Polaris. One by one, I'm going to get every one of them. So, yeah, at the end of the day, they're all going to get it. It doesn't matter who it is, but that's just how I felt at the moment.
You said on the show last time that you were going to leave John alone. You could see that, according to you, he didn't want to grapple you and you didn't want to bully him. When you called him that, was that because he's still angling for that match, or is it sort of more out of frustration that you think it's never going to happen?
I would say both. I mean, I feel like he might take it. I mean, I don't see why not. Yeah, and the people want it. Obviously, we've seen that everybody wants to see it. So, you know, I'll be here. It just has to come, you know, beg me. Like I said, you know, I'm the one that has the numbers. I'm the one that brings all the people to watch. So, in the grappling world at least, so he has to come and beg me.
I mean, Chal is the owner of Submission Underground. Did they say anything to you about Jon Jones? I mean, it seemed like they had other plans for him, but they understand how much fans like to watch you, how much fans want to see this matchup. Did they mention anything at all to you after your match about, hey, this is still a possibility?
Yeah, from what I heard was that they told him about it and he just didn't want it. So in my eyes, I see fear. And then when someone doesn't want to fight someone, that's all fear. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to leave him alone. I feel like I might be bullying him a little bit, so I'll leave the little guy alone for a little bit.
All right, well, let's talk about what's next. You've obviously got this big win against AJ Agazarm. Looks like the Jon Jones match isn't going to happen. So what is next? What are you planning on doing? Are you looking to get back into action straight away? Are you looking to take a bit of a break? What's going to happen now?
I'll probably get right back into it. I'll probably do Pan Ams and then Worlds and, you know, all these tournaments. And who knows, maybe MMA. I'm getting some big offers from big organizations, and I'm pretty close to taking one of them. So it's all about just like money right now and timing and everything, you know. But I mean, this is what I do. I go back right. I mean, I'm ready training again and get right back into it.
Yeah, so I mean, last time you were on the program a few weeks ago, you mentioned these big organizations are approaching you. So is this a company outside the UFC that you're considering having your first pro fight with?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I heard Rory MacDonald was saying some stuff about me, so I might go have to slap him up a little bit. So I'm thinking about doing that in Bellator, but, you know, just keep my options open.
Wow. So is it safe to say the Bellator, out of all these offers, is kind of the front runner?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would say so. I like a lot of, you know, I mean, there's a lot of them, but I just like the idea because of what Rory MacDonald was saying that jiu-jitsu guys are having these little, I don't know what he said, but you better watch what he says because then I'm going to come there and then we'll see what he says when I'm in there with him.
Wow, look at that. How long have these discussions with Bellator been going on? When did they originally contact you, Dillon?
I mean, it's just through negotiations with my manager and stuff. It's just like all just talk right now, you know, but trust me, I mean, like if I want to do it, I'll do it. So right now it's just all negotiations.
Obviously, it's sort of, you know, early preliminary stages, but I guess one of the biggest questions that people have is, you know, you're a confident guy and people expect you to do very well in MMA, but when is that sort of going to happen? I understand, obviously, the negotiations are happening, but what is the rough period when you would want to make your MMA debut? It seems like it's going to be sometime this year, but when do you think it'll happen? Do you think it'll be in the first half of 2017?
I would think so. I mean, I still have some goals in jiu-jitsu, like the Worlds and Pan Ams, but like I said before, the money's right, I'll do it. It's the same thing with this Submission Underground thing. I took it because of the money, because I don't really like the rules necessarily, but, you know, money talks.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, the Rory MacDonald matchup would be something that would be very exciting for fans to watch. I mean, Rory, for a long time, considered one of the best welterweights around. How do you see that fight going down? I mean, you mentioned that he sort of put down jiu-jitsu fighters. Would you be looking to submit him in this one, or is there a different game plan that you have in mind?
I mean, that's what I'm going to do to every one of them. I'm going to try to take them down and submit them, and I feel like against anybody in the world, I'll do that. And, I mean, we've seen him against Damian Maia get taken down over and over again and pass pretty easily. So, I mean, if I get him down, it's over. So that's how I can see that fight going.
Wow. And while you're fielding all these offers and exploring your options, I'm wondering, did anything come from the UFC? Because you put it out there that you were considering fighting on the UFC London, maybe making your MMA debut. That card is getting a lot of notoriety recently with Jimmy Manuwa and Corey Anderson main eventing. A lot of people feeling like maybe they deserved a bigger matchup. Did the UFC contact you in any way after that and since we spoke last?
No, that hasn't. But, you know, if the people keep talking and the people want me to be on there, I mean, if the UFC calls, I would do it. So it's up to them.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy times right now in this world of MMA. Now, we want to do a thing with you, Dillon, where we get to know you a little bit better. It's called the Submission Rated Tap Out Round. But before we jump to that, I just want to ask you a couple of questions on some other crazy stuff that's been happening this week. I mean, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing all the stuff about Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather. Obviously, we saw he did an interview with Ariel Helwani in an iPay-per-view, and also Mayweather's been going around saying that he wants to do this fight. What are your thoughts on McGregor taking on Mayweather?
I think Conor beats him. I think Conor will be very unorthodox in there, and I think that Floyd's used to fighting a boxer or a boxing style. If you look at it, the guys that give him trouble, like Maidana and like Mosley, is because they're a little bit unorthodox and scrappy, and Conor can, you know, Conor's not the same kind of look as he's going to be used to, and I think Conor will be able to beat him. And I stand behind Conor 100% if he fights him.
Is it a situation for you? Because, I mean, we've been talking to people, we've spoken to people from the boxing world, we've spoken to MMA fans, and it's another sort of situation where fans are, you know, severely underestimating Conor McGregor. A lot of people feel like Floyd Mayweather's going to go in there and sort of destroy him in the opening moments of the fight. Do you think the whole underdog status is possibly a good thing for McGregor going into this fight, considering the fact that he kind of has been an underdog into a lot of fights that he's gone into?
Yeah, I mean, but a lot of people haven't seen him spar with boxers, like with Olympic boxers, with professional boxers, and I have, so I know what he's capable of, and I think he would surprise a lot of people.
All right, Dillon. Well, we're going to do something fun with you. It's called the Submission Radio Tap Out Round. We haven't done this in a long time, but I mean, given the fact that you are a BJJ star, we figured we'd bring it back. So the way it works is it's kind of like almost like a word association where we throw something fun at you, and you give us the first answer that comes to mind. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so nice and easy to start off with. Your biggest Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu inspiration. Who would you say that is?
I would say my coach, Marcelo Garcia.
One song you can't stop playing on repeat in your headphones right now.
Bad and Bougie.
TV show that you could watch over and over again, Dylan.
Narcos.
If there was a movie based on your life, who's playing the lead, the love interest, and the bad guy?
That's a hard one.
I know, that's the one that always knocks people off. Yeah.
My love interest.
This is like a
Can be
freebie.
anyone.
You can look at any hot actress, and she can basically be the Dillon Danis love interest. Anyone you've had your eye on for a while.
Okay, does it have to be an actress?
No.
It can be anyone.
Okay, so I would say Bella Hadid, and then
Yeah.
and then for the bad guy, it'd probably be. I don't even know. That's like a hard one. What actor? Who's a bad guy?
What about Christoph
James
Waltz?
Franco. There you go.
Christoph
Yeah,
Waltz,
there you go.
he was the Nazi in Inglourious Bastards, and he was the bad guy in James Bond. How about him?
He's cool, yeah. Or James Franco he was in Spider-Man. I like James Franco.
Okay, James Franco, yeah. A bit younger, yeah. And who's playing Dillon Danis in a movie? Who's good enough to play you?
That's a rough one. That'd be a hard role.
Denzel Washington's always a good option.
Denzel Washington, he's a legend. So, let's see. You know who I like? My favorite actor is Ben Stiller, so I'll just go with Ben Stiller.
Yeah, I could see him growing out a beard, so that would work. I also see Denzel Washington playing you in a movie. It'd be like Pablo, the Dillon Danis story, and then it cuts to the trailer. It's like, okay. You got Dylan, you got Denzel Washington.
Shoe program, 24-hour lockdown.
That's the kid from the movie, the girl next door, Emily, Amila.
Yeah. What is her name?
Alpha Dog.
Alicia Cuthbert, is that it?
No, the kid.
Oh, the guy? I don't remember.
Yeah, the guy from Alpha Dog. Like
Justin Timberlake?
No, the main actor.
Emil Hirsch?
Emil Hirsch. Yeah, I feel like he would be a good for me.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. That works. I saw Alpha Dog the other day, actually, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense. All right, moving on. If Dillon Danis is making dinner for a hot date, what's the go-to meal?
Ooh. Yeah, I don't cook, so I'll just order. I would order out.
Where are you ordering out? Is it Burger King for the date, or are you going to the extra lengths? Take out lobster.
If it was a romantic date, I would probably get her something special, something like sushi or something. Like some candles to make it romantic.
I like it. Tell us, Dylan, best video game of all time.
Well, that's a hard one. I'll say Call of Duty.
Which one?
Which one? Because there's been some crappy ones and some good ones.
I like Call of Duty 4.
Call of Duty 4? Yes, I think that was the first Modern Warfare, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll win a lot of fans with that one. Favorite submission from the Dillon Danis playbook?
I'll say guilty. So I catch all the bums with.
That's a good line.
Strangest place you've worn your SUG belt?
The strip club.
Did you really wear it to the strip club?
No, I left that home. But
you should have lied and told us you did. That would have been awesome.
yeah.
How quickly would you tap Brendan Schaub in an MMA fight?
30 seconds.
Wow, now we've got a definitive answer. Finally, Dylan.
I knock him out in 20 though, so let's just be honest.
Finally, Dylan, you're stuck on a desert island and you can only bring 3 things or people with you. Who and what do you choose? Be careful here because you'll be stuck with them forever.
What's the fucking ball's name from Castaway? Spalding?
The ball's name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Wilson?
It's Wilson, yeah.
Wilson?
I'll probably bring Wilson. Probably bring... Oh, you guys are killing me with these questions. This is so random.
You can do like a Wilson trifecta, Wilson Reyes and Owen Wilson.
Wilson and then probably I'll just say 2 girls, probably.
All right, 2 girls, and there will be auditions held for who makes the cut. But there you go, guys. Dillon Danis, once again, a lot of fun at Submission Radio. We're very excited to see what's next. Obviously, you guys have to follow Dylan on Instagram at Dillon Danis. And don't be fooled, it is Pablo on there, but you are following the right man. So we're excited to see whether your next escapade will be in BJJ or in MMA, maybe even a Bellator. But thank you so much for your time, Dillon. It's always fun having you on.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.